Hey, I'm Sarah, this is Abby, and welcome to Azul Unlimited. If you're new here, I'm a scuba instructor, and I moved into my van in 2021 after losing my dive shop in Indonesia due to shutdowns. I've been on the road diving around the US, Canada, and Mexico for the last 2 years, teaching on YouTube along the way. Oh, hello! I'm editing the video that you're about to watch, and I just wanted to pause to tell you that I have expeditions coming up. So if you want to go diving with me in KOMODO, BAJA, or Socorro, check out the details on my website and send me an email. These trips are going to be a lot of fun, and I want you to be there. Let's get into the video. Good morning. Kind of a loud morning. Walking along the busiest street, one of the busy streets in Playa del Carmen. This place is insane. It was really well developed when I lived here, but now, good God, it's crazy. Oh my gosh, there's so many buses. Today's kind of a weird day. I finished my cave refresher course. I'm doing a photo shoot today. I've never done an underwater photo shoot. Although I've never done a photo shoot, actually. And I'm going to be the model. What is that? I'm walking to the dive shop right now because I refuse to take a taxi unless I absolutely have to. So I'm gonna get there nice and sweaty, ready to have a glamour shot taken of me. It's gonna be great. I met up with Joe from B Diving. Hey. Which is the Nex Underwater Products distributor in Mexico. His dive shop is located in Playa del Carmen, and we had been talking about a meetup for a handful of months. He set up this photo shoot day to highlight Nex gear, specifically their side mount equipment, with the talented photographer Carolina Wells. Oh, this is cute. Nice.
So I have a 3-meter tank, like it's really nice for teaching.
Oh, it's beautiful. We packed up all our stuff, grabbed our tanks, and hit the road to make some magic in Cenote Carwash.
No.
Cambiaron toda la entrada.
Sí, porque ya no iba a dar paso a los coches, ¿no? La cantidad de coches que tienen y todo eso.
Carolina made a plan to shoot in open water and parts of the cavern. Carwash is a really great cavern for anyone hoping to visit a cenote but unsure about the whole cavern situation. There's a lot of beauty to the open water area with underwater plants and schools of fish. There can also be different colors in the water based on the prevalence of rain. There are plenty of formations to enjoy inside the cavern, and the light pouring in from the open water area really sets the scene. I joked about being sweaty for photos, but when we set up for land photos with Carolina, I suddenly got a little self-conscious. I had just thrown my hair into my normal diving braid, wearing no makeup, and assumed I would hide my discomfort at being in front of the camera behind my mask and regulator. I always see these beautiful women with perfect hair and full makeup and dive gear for brand photo shoots, and I definitely did not feel the part. Smiles. Honestly, I'm impressed with anyone who can look that put together in dive gear, but also that just isn't me. I haven't owned makeup in something like 8 years, so I shook off that doubt and let myself smile through the insecurities. I feel like this is a broader industry issue of always using model-type people to promote scuba, and that just isn't the demographic. All of us are so different, and if we want the industry to be open to more people, we have to show a variety of body types, skin colors, and unique characteristics. Something that Carolina said is she loves shooting people with the mask lines on their faces and natural hair because it shows the reality of diving, and I really liked that. I say throw some snot in there and you have the full picture, but that may not sell very many masks. Carolina really made Joe and I feel comfortable in front of the camera. I was impressed with her clear directions and attention to detail, making sure all clips and tanks were in the right place. Besides the knowledge, practice, and equipment, that awareness is something that distinguishes great photographers and videographers. Carolina shared that if you're interested in getting into photography, the best investment you can make is working on your buoyancy and backfinning. She says that she sees people spend way too much money on expensive cameras before they even try taking pictures underwater. So she recommends getting a small, versatile camera like an Olympus G6 and start practicing the skill. As far as videography, I agree with Carolina, and I always say start with what you have. When I started shooting video, I just had a GoPro 8 and no lights. Eventually, I moved up and invested in one beefy 15,000 lumen video light, which I don't necessarily recommend for people, by the way. I think the better move is to get 2 lights, even if they're smaller. I'd recommend 7,000 lumens or up. Eventually, I moved on to a GoPro 11 out of necessity because I flooded my GoPro 8, and I still use that for any wide-angle shots. Then, last summer, I got a housing for my vlogging camera, which is a Sony ZV-1, and that's the one that has allowed me to get more macro shots. The GoPro is trash at macro. It can be better with the macro lens adapter, but it's simply not made for shooting small things. The Sony works fine for me, but I'm definitely using it as an intermediate step to continue learning about videography before investing in a dedicated underwater camera setup. Right now, it's kind of a pain in the butt because I'm shooting topside and underwater footage with the same camera, and the Sony ZV-1 doesn't have a great battery life for video shooting, so I'm constantly changing out batteries. After shooting some fun photos in the open water area, we followed the cavern line into our first backshot spot. A backshot is when you put divers in a line from camera person, model, to light person. The person at the back shines a bright light behind the model, and the photographer shoots pointing straight at the model and the bright light. If done correctly, only the model will be seen since the bright light at the back will block the person holding it. The main challenges with making this successful are model light placement and synchronizing the breath. We ended up doing 2 dives here in Cenote Carwash. I edited this to just make it one big dive, but it was really cool because we did 1 dive and then got out of the water, reviewed some footage, got some tips from Carolina, and then went back out to shoot more. This was a full day adventure, and I really didn't think the day's activities would be as tiring as they were. Assisting a photographer with lights and being in front of the camera modeling is hard work. You need good buoyancy control, understand the direction the photographer is giving you, and make small, slow adjustments so the photographer can get the shot, not to mention doing several takes of different movements to capture just the right moment. That's badass. Una vez más. Este es el gimnasio. Venga.
Yo voy a hacer ejercicio después, hice la pierna, la espalda. Está empañada tú, ¿no?
I had so much fun on these dives, and I'm hoping to dive with these 2 again in the future. If you want to see more about these two, I've linked both of their business information in the description below. I definitely don't want this to be my last photo shoot day. It was super interesting. I learned a lot. And even though I was totally wiped, I finished the day with a live stream for my Patreon supporters. Okay, what is going on? If you want to get in on these types of extras, check out the different tiers and join my rad community of divers. Okay, love you, bye. Live stream. 2 minutes.